Good morning everyone, welcome to my video. My name's Anuka. I just wanted to create a little video about the tarot this morning because I don't know about you, but I can feel a real fresh, energetic, creative, joyful energy in the outer realms at the moment, and I just wanted to take advantage of that. And what better way than to share one of my passions, which is the tarot, as well as being creative by posting a video, as well as sharing more of myself by allowing myself to be seen a little bit more. So without further ado, I've shuffled the cards already, and the question I wanted to ask the cards this morning is, what is ahead of us for the forthcoming week? The date today is April the 24th. I say that with confidence, but I'm not actually sure because time is not linear for me anymore. So you will see this video when you're meant to see this video. We'll just say it like that. And I've already put the cards out in a Celtic Cross reading spread, and that involves 10 cards for those of us who may not be familiar with it. And I'll go through each card one by one, as well as explain what the symbolism of the order of each card. So the first card represents what the true question is, what the true question that our soul is asking for. And so I said that the card, my question was, what's ahead of us for the forthcoming week? But the actual question that the card is revealing is the Lovers. So the Lovers is about longing for that connection, but it's not longing for connection with someone opposite us. It's actually longing for connection with the divine. As you can see here, there's one of the angels. I think it's Angel Gabriel, but I'm not really sure. But it's one of the angels anyway, and the sun's behind the angel, so everything is illuminated, everything is enlightened. And the two people here are naked, which means that our deepest longing, what our soul is calling for right now, is to have true, transparent, soul-aligned connections with people, to find our soulmates. But in order to find our soulmates, we have to be naked. We have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We have to allow the God creator that's within all of us to shine out. Basically, it's time for us all to allow our light to shine in order to call in the right people that's on the same vibration as us. So that's the first card. The second card represents what will impact the answer to the first card. And today we have the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles is to do with financial wealth, to do with financial stability, to do with our career, everything to do with materialistic success in this physical realm. And it could also be to do with our physical bodies. Seven of Pentacles means for me that we are diligently been working, and at some point soon there will be a harvest. But as you can see, this fella here, he's pondering the harvest, and there's one coin in between his feet. And what that means is that whilst we've been going down a particular path for a very long time, because we've been focused on it bringing us materialistic success, there's something in us that is saying to us, is this still the path that we want to go on? Is this still an aligned path with our soul? Is it going to bring us the love, the connection, the soul deep love that we all long for in our hearts? So yeah, that's the second card. The third card is our subconscious. So our collective subconscious is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, and for those of you who don't know, major arcana cards in the tarot deck is to do with our soul's journey. It's almost like it's preordained. We as personalities can only control life to a certain extent, but then in the background, the universe, all the other spirits and energies that make up the cosmos, they're also working to guide us, to influence us. So that's what major arcana cards represent, and the Wheel of Fortune in particular represents that we are going around the cycle of life. We are following the rhythm of the universe, and because it's turned upright, it means that we are following the correct cycle of life. We are following the correct path that's been laid out for each individual. Basically, we are at the right time, doing the right thing, and everything is going according to divine plan. Hello, Riru. This is Riri, by the way. She was the one who was barking her head off earlier. Yeah, so everything is as it's meant to be. That's what our subconscious is telling us at the moment. The fourth card is our conscious side, and our conscious side is the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles, like I said, is to do with our materialistic stability and success in this physical realm. Knight of Pentacles, Knights represent a messenger, and Knight of Pentacles represent that we are at the beginning of taking the first step of building a new future that will bring us materialistic success. It would actually chime in with this pentacle here between the man's foot, in the sense that we have got a seed in our heads, i.e. the Knight, telling us that perhaps there's another way of us achieving the success that we need, achieving the financial stability that we need. Because it's the Knight of Pentacles, he's very steady. You can see here how steady he is. He's on a black, steady horse, and he's forward looking, which means that he means business, but it's a slow and steady energy to this card. And the black represents the void. So it's almost like in preparing all of us to step forward into a new future that will bring us greater abundance, we also have to step into the unknown. But we're ready for it, because like the first card says, we are ready to be open and transparent and be more connected to God in order to bring in our soul tribe, in order to bring in the right energies for us. And we're also ready for it because the Wheel of Fortune card, as I've said, has affirmed that we are on the right path, that everything's going to be all right. Yeah. So the next card is the past, what we've all collectively dealt with in the recent past. And recent past for me usually means 6 weeks to 2 months ago. So this card here is the Six of Wands. Wands to me represents passion, represents desire, represents fire, it represents going for what we want. And the Six of Wands here, like the card represents, in the past, in the recent past, we have tasted success, we have tasted victory, we have gained in confidence in some way by facing the challenges, the tribulations, and also the triumphs of what happened to us recently. And the next card is the future, what we're going to be facing collectively in the next 6 weeks to 2 months or so. This card here is the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, as you can see, this man here, he is facing 3 cups that have fallen down, and there's 2 cups behind him. And the energy of this card is that he feels disappointed and sad, and he's grieving for the loss of the 3 cups. But what he can't see behind him is that he's actually got 2 cups upright that will give him support. The reading of this card is let go of the past, let go of this idea of something giving you stability, something giving you community, something that you thought was your future. Let go of that. That's what's going to be coming up for all of us. So it may be you're letting go of an idea, you're letting go of a person, you're letting go of work. It's letting go of something that you thought was going to be your foundation. That's what 3 represents for me anyway. In numerology, like the 3-legged stool, everything, the tripod, everything, a triangle, everything 3 has a lot of stability in it. But by letting go of that idea, that old way of gaining stability, behind him, like I said, there's 2 cups. And 2 in numerology and in the tarot means the coming together of duality of something. It's almost like the beginning of the form of something, like the lovers, yin and yang, like the feminine and masculine. That's what 2 represents to me. So by letting go of the idea, what we all have to do is let go of this idea of something that will give us stability. And by letting go of that, something behind us will grow and bring forth more of what we are truly longing for. But we've got to go through the process of mourning what was ahead, what was in front of us. Yeah. And again, the black means leaning into the void, leaning into the solitude, leaning into the unknown. Grieve, be sad, but don't stay in the past. Don't stay in that sad energy for too long, because better things are behind us, literally. So that's our future card. The next card is who we are individually and collectively right now. Where is that energy? And our energy right now is the Queen of Swords. Swords is to do with our thoughts, to do with the way we speak, to do with the way we communicate and present ourselves. The Queen is the highest royal in the hierarchy, and she commands respect, she commands dignity. She doesn't even have to make an effort. She automatically has that authority about her by virtue of having that queen energy, that queen presence. And the invitation is that we activate that queen energy in all of us, whether you identify yourself with male or female. We've all got that energy inside of us. And the Queen of Swords in particular means be discerning with our thoughts, be discerning with our speech, be discerning with our mental rationality, and say things in a way that's with sweetness, with feminine softness and grace, in order to command even more respect and be in alignment with our integrity. So that's where we are at the moment. The next card is what the outside influence is and the people that we may be calling in the next few weeks. And this card here is Ace of Cups. Cups is to do with emotions, and Ace of Cups in particular means that it can mean that new love or new relationships are coming in. I think that's a better way of saying it. New, more aligned relationships are coming in, because as you can see here, our cup runneth over. So our energy, in alignment with a fresh energy, like I explained at the beginning of the card, is much more optimistic, much more joyful, much more playful. And that means that as a collective, our energy has been cleaned up. We are more in tune with our intuition, we are more in tune with spirit, which means that our cup runneth over, which means that we will call in more aligned people, influences, opportunities into our lives. The next card is our hopes and fears. So sometimes I find it's being careful what we wish for. Sometimes when I wish for something and I get it, then I realise, I'm a little bit scared. Have I got the capacity to hold this thing? And that's certainly been my journey these last few weeks. And the card that I've picked for all of us that represents our hopes and fears is the Six of Swords. Swords, like I said, is to do with thoughts, to do with our mental reasoning. And Six of Swords means that we have changed enough that our ways that we think about things, the way that we see the world, the way that we speak to ourselves as well as to others, we're changing. We're moving ahead to a new direction. As you can see, he's rowing a boat. Water represents our intuition. That's the masculine, supporting the feminine, supporting the inner child. We're rowing away from old thoughts, old ways of thinking, old conditions in fact, and we're going to fresh horizons. So although the card has some sadness to it, and that would chime with the card that I picked for our future, there's a sadness to this card as well. It's all about mourning and giving respect and honouring what we've been through as individuals and a collective, honouring the lessons that we've learned in the past, honouring the teachings that we've absorbed from our challenges, but make no mistake and be not in doubt that we are all rowing to better shores ahead. The final card is about the probable likely outcome of the whole reading. So the probable likely outcome for the week ahead. And this card here is the Ace of Swords. So like I said, swords is to do with thoughts, to do with communication and the way we present ourselves. Ace is to do with the beginning of something, and it's always connected to spirit for me. And Ace of Swords means that we are more aligned with our guidance from God's source, from our higher self, from a place of more discernment, because it's a sword, from a place that cuts through our game playing and our manipulative, shady ways that we've had of dealing with each other. We are going to be able to speak our truth in a way that's more aligned with our souls. We are going to attract more happiness because we are in more integrity with our souls, and everything that we need is coming towards us. So all in all, it's a fantastic reading. I hope you feel as excited as me about the week ahead. Yeah, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great week.